What it do? Bedtime crew. Hey man, listen, today I am here to talk about the UFC Pound for Pound list because I haven't talked about it in a year. And I was gonna just get on here and do a basic video of like fixing the top 15, but I feel like that's been done to death. So what I want to do today is actually count the top 20 pound for pound UFC fighters right now. So I'm gonna go from 20 up to 1. I'm going to try and create a list that's realistic, that makes sense, that I feel like captures where the UFC is at before we have any fights in 2025. My list is going to consider some all-time status, like it's going to count some old head wins if they're really important. Injuries are considered, context of their wins is important. I'm not going to give you too much of a weighting if you beat an all-time great via split decision. But the biggest thing for me is wins over current ranked contenders and people that are pound for pound ranked either right now or when they got beat by the person on the list. All of that stuff is important, as well as title wins. Obviously, that's a big deal as well. This is right now the pound for pound top 20 in the UFC. Let's get into this. Number 20, I'm going to put Kamaru. I'm coming all night long, T-Wood. I'm coming all night long, bedtime. I'm putting Kamaru Usman at 20. I'm going to throw something on the grill for Kamaru Usman. Shout out to my boy, Marty Snoozman. He beat Leon Edwards back in the day. Like, that has to be considered. It's not going to count too highly, but he also defended his belt a couple of times. He beat Colby Covington, who's still ranked. Gilbert Burns, who's still ranked. Very competitive fight with Hamzat Chimaev, who's a top contender at the moment. He has a win over Sean Strickland as well. He's a top contender, but these are older wins, so they do somewhat matter. He's an all-time great, but I think currently in the UFC, he's not a pound-for-pound top 15 fighter. So I'm going to throw Usman in at 20, all things considered. Now we move on to number 19 on my list. This is a similar kind of case. I'm going to put Israel Adesanya here. All right, dude. Izzy has a couple of losses recently, but in the middleweight division, he still has wins over top contenders like Robert Whittaker. Mate, Whittaker, that's the best win on fucking Adesanya's record, bro. And Bobby Knuckles literally beat him in the rematch, but we're not going to talk about it. All right, mate. Robert Whittaker, Paulo Costa, Marvin Vettori, Marvin the Martian, who's just fucking disappeared off the face of the earth, Jared Cannonier, and at light heavyweight, he has a win over Alex Pereira, who's also a top-ranked pound-for-pound fighter. So I think that Israel Adesanya deserves to be ranked in the top 20 in the pound-for-pound list, considering everything that he's done. And his losses are only to pretty highly ranked pound-for-pound fighters. And he has a win over Alex Pereira, who's in the top 5. That's a big deal. So that's a big deal. Okay, dude? I'm going to put Izzy at number 19. All right? Now we move on to number 18 on the list. Here's the fucking thing, dude. I don't think Sean Strickland should be in the fucking top 15 pound for pound. The fact that Bedtime's not putting me in the fucking top 15, I'm gonna fucking shoot him, dude. Alright, don't get mad, bro. I know there's some sweaty American dudes getting really fucking mad right now. I don't think Sean Strickland should be top 15 pound for pound, bro. His best win is Adesanya. That's a very good win. That's why he's in my top 20 pound for pound. That's why he's above Adesanya right now, because he had a closer fight with Dricus du Plessis. Arguably won that fight. He's bounced back from that since with a win over Paulo Costa. He beat Israel Adesanya. He has some decent wins over ranked contenders. Like the Nasruddin Imavov win has aged quite well, but he beat him on short notice at 205. Like I said, he beat Paulo Costa. He beat crafty vet Jack Hermanson. He beat the GOAT Brendan Allen. So Sean Strickland has some pretty good wins at middleweight. He has a pretty good resume at middleweight. He beat Israel Adesanya pretty recently. So I'm going to put him at 18 above Izzy, but I personally disagree with him being number 14 in the actual pound for pound list. I feel that's pretty fucking lazy when they have like guys that are not like champion and never defended the belt or, never had this crazy run in the pound for pound top 15. Like, I remember when they put Gaethje in there for beating Poirier. It's like, come on, dude. Gaethje top 15. Are you fucking serious? And I don't think Strickland should be top 15. I'm going to put him at 18. Coming in now at number 17, I'm going to put Dustin Poirier, dude. I'm going to put Dustin Poirier in my top 20. I believe that he's number 17 pound for pound right now. He beat Justin Gaethje already. I know Gaethje beat him more recently. He has 2 wins over Max Holloway. That's a pretty good win. Beat Benoit Saint-Denis when he was an underdog. Has a win over Michael Chandler, over Dan Hooker. Has some old head wins that are quite important to his resume. Very competitive fight with Islam Makhachev compared to some of the other guys that have fought him, including like Charles Oliveira and shit like that. So I think Dustin Poirier is one of the 20 best UFC fighters right now. As soon as he retires, he's going off this list. But I'm going to put him above Sean Strickland because I think that fighting at lightweight and featherweight, and mainly at lightweight, like competing with guys like Makhachev and Oliveira and Gaethje and Holloway and shit like that, I feel like that's a little bit more impressive than beating fucking Jack Hermanson and Paulo Costa as your ranked contenders, if that makes sense. Like, this guy's beating UFC champion quality fighters regularly and, you know, contenders in a much harder division. I'm going to say that Dustin Poirier deserves to be at number 17. Now we get to our last one before the pound for pound top 15, and this is probably where it gets controversial. At number 16 on my pound for pound top 20, I'm going to put myself, dude. I'm going to put Charles Oliveira at 16, bro. I don't think he should be ranked top 15. I get why sometimes they throw him in there, but it's like, I don't know, dude. When the fact that he beat Arman and stayed top 15, lost to Arman, and stayed top 15 pissed me off. I was going to say if he had beat Arman and Dariush, okay, that makes sense to me. Make him top 15 because he just lost the belt and he only lost to Islam. But he lost to Sarukian. He lost to Islam. And his wins are quite good. I think he's definitely right there. But I don't think he deserves to be the top 15 pound for pound fighter. Same with Sean Strickland. That's why I don't have him there. He does have good wins over Chandler, Poirier, Gaethje. And the rest are nobody. No, the rest are all just like old head wins. But I'm going to put Charles, right now. I'm going to put him at 16 because he's right there. He is the top lightweight contender outside of Arman Sarukian. But yeah, I'm going to put him at 16. All right. Now we get into my top 15. And listen, bro, coming in at number 15 on my list, I'm going to put Arman Sarkarian. Arman Sarkarian, I think he's top 15 pound for pound. I really do. He's the number one lightweight contender, bro. He's the number one contender in arguably the most skillful division and the biggest division in the UFC right now, with the pound for pound best fighter in it. And he's probably the hardest matchup for Islam Makhachev. That's not ridiculous to say that. I'm going to say Arman Sarukian's 15 pound for pound. He beat Charles Oliveira. He beat Beneil Dariush by KO quicker than Oliveira, more brutally than Oliveira. He beat Joel Alvarez, who's a very exciting prospect, who's ranked, who's on the come up. That's arguably a better win than Benoit Saint-Denis for Poirier. That got him a title shot, and that gets him all this glaze. I think Arman Sarukian is number 15 on the pound for pound list, or should be at least. I'm going to put him here in mine at 15. So 15 through 20, I've got Arman, Oliveira, Poirier, Strickland, Adesanya, Usman. So we got the old heads down there, and now we move into the 14 through 10, which is like you recently lost a fight or you recently won a big fight. That's kind of where they are. I'm going to be real. 13 through 10 is like you lost a fight, but you're still a goated fighter. All right, number 14 on my list. Brother, I don't give a fuck, brother. You have to put me pound for pound, brother. I don't give a fuck. They just have to give me the belt, man. Maybe a controversial opinion. I think Khamzat Chimaev deserves to be ranked pound for pound as well. I believe he deserves to be ranked pound for pound for what he did to Robert Whittaker, let alone the fact that he 10-8'd Kamaru Usman and beat him. He beat Gilbert Burns when he was a top 2, top 3 welterweight contender as well. Other ranked wins. I mean, he beat the GOAT GM3. What else needs to be said? Who else has done that to GM3? Tell me one person. Nobody, kid. All right? Khamzat Chimaev, I believe he deserves to be top 15 pound for pound. I will, here's what I'll say, dude. You may disagree with me on the Arman Sarukian one. I can see your argument for that. I would not be mad at switching Oliveira and Sarukian, but I'm just going to put Arman top 15 because he beat Oliveira and he's on a good run, right? But I'm not mad at the idea of putting Oliveira at 15 and Arman at 16. But Khamzat Chimaev not being in the pound for pound top 15 after what he's done in his last 2 fights, let alone his entire run in the UFC, I think is ridiculous. This man should be ranked in the pound for pound top 15. I don't get why he's not. And it's literally only and actually I do get why, because of the fans that are like, oh my god, bro, Khamzat loses via immune system, bro. Like, it's literally the fact that he's not super active, but then John Jones is ranked number 2. So what actually does it fucking matter, dude? If we're just going off the straight wins, and his last win is extremely impressive, I think Chimaev should be ranked top 15 pound for pound. Now I'm going to move on to number 13. Dude, imagine not putting me top 10, dude. Dude, Schmidt, do you really think I'm top 10, Schmidt? Schmidt, you really think I'm top 10? I'm going to put Sean O'Malley at number 13. I know Schmitty's crashing now. I know that fucking Tim Welch is going to go on the pot. Bedtime. What's your sleep schedule looking like, dude? What's your sleep schedule looking like, man? Here, Shug. The THC shit just makes me die, bro. This guy's fucking drinking THC. But listen, bro. Regardless of what you think of the Red Hawk recap, regardless of what you think of Big Tim, whatever you think of Big Schmidt, Sean O'Malley, I believe, deserves to be on the pound for pound top 15 list. I'm going to put him at number 13 because he does have a win over Aljamain Sterling, who was the best bantamweight champion in a while. He has a win over Piotr Jan, another great bantamweight champion. He defended his belt against Chito Vera, top 5 contender, complete jabroni, but still defended the belt against him. 50-43 him, dominated him. 50-45 him. He did dominate him, okay? So you're talking about a guy that won the belt, defended the belt last year, lost to Marab, but otherwise has a win over Aljamain Sterling via KO on his best run. I feel like that is a resume that belongs in the pound for pound top 15. It's one loss. I mean, if he loses another fight, obviously he's going to drop out of the top 15, but I think he deserves to still be on the list considering the run that he went on and the fact that he only lost to Marab. And it was a pretty competitive fight, actually. Like, I rewatched that today. It was actually pretty competitive. So I'm going to put O'Malley at 13. Now we move on to number 12. It is what it is, brother. Hey, listen, I'm in the same boat in real life, brother. It is what it is, brother. Life imitates art, brother. It is what it is. We're going to find out. Hey, January 3rd, we're going to find out, brother. I'm going to keep Max Holloway exactly where he's at. I'm going to keep him at number 12 on the pound for pound list. I think that going up a division and beating Justin Gaethje via KO and dominating him in that fight, except for a knockdown, is pretty fucking impressive and really fits the bill of pound for pound. He has a win over Charles Oliveira as well. It's not a huge deal for me, but it is there on his resume. And then at featherweight, you look through the top 10 and you just see Yair Rodriguez, Holloway fucking beat him. Brian Ortega, Max Holloway fucking broke his beak. Arnold Allen, Max Holloway turned him into a fucking YouTuber. Calvin Kattar, Max Holloway sent him to the Apex. Max Holloway has a great fucking resume in 2 weight classes now. He's ranked top 5 in both. I think that Max Holloway is still a very good pound for pound fighter. I think he's going to have a very good 2025. And I believe he deserves some credit for what he's done in 2024, beating Justin Gaethje, being the BMF champion, being a top contender at 155. Very competitive matchup for Ilia Topuria as well, especially early on in that fight. After the takedown, he did very good on the feet. So I think Max Holloway deserves his credit. I'm going to put him at number 12 right now, mainly based on the Gaethje win and the fact that he cleared out featherweight like twice. All right. Now we move on to number 11 on my pound for pound list. Yeah, bro, I deserve to be top 10, bro. I truly believe I deserve to be top 10, bro. Bro, I won like 5 fights in a row, bro. What are you talking about, bro? Leon Mumblemouth Scott. I'm going to put you at number 11, brother. This guy's ranked number 9. This guy's tied with Pantoja in real life. Please tell me what the fuck Leon Edwards did to deserve to be ranked the same as Pantoja, who's like dominating the flyweight division, borderline about to shut down the division. I'm sorry, dude, but you got dunked by Bilal. Your best wins are Kamaru Usman twice, very impressive, worthy of being on the pound for pound list. That's why I've got him above Max Holloway, because honestly, beating Kamaru Usman when he's ranked number 1 is better than any of Max Holloway's wins. I'm just gonna keep it a stack, bro. Like, with the context, the Usman win is one of the best wins you could ever fucking get in UFC history. You know, Max beating Aldo is pretty close, but I would say Usman in his prime, on his run, pound for pound number 1, at elevation, that's probably a better win. So I'm going to say Leon Edwards does deserve credit for beating Usman twice. He does deserve credit for beating Colby Covington. And outside of that, he's beat absolute nobodies. So I'm gonna keep him somewhat high for the Usman and Covington wins, but bro, when this guy gets chinned by fucking JDM, when this guy gets sent to this, that's right, you thought JDM was showing up in this video. No, bro, he's back. Listen, kid, when Jack Della Maddalena sleeps this guy, I'm sending him to the top 30, bro. I'm dropping him down to 37 all time right now, bro. I'm dropping him down to my 37 in the pound for pound list. When I drop pound for pound top 50, Leon Edwards will be back in that video. Otherwise, you're not going to hear from this guy again after JDM's done with him. But for right now, we're going to put him at 11. And also, I'm going to put him at 11 strategically so that JDM looks more impressive when he beats him. That's the type of shit I'm on, all right? Now we get to my top 10. All right, this is where it gets real, all right? This is my pound for pound top 10 UFC fighters right now. Coming in at number 10, you know, I'm the top of guy, you know, that don't sit well, you know, the fact, you know, the way you're disrespecting Leon and Max and all that, you know, that don't sit well with me, you know, I think those guys are pretty good. Listen, Volk, keep keep it hush, buddy. All right, I'm gonna put Volk at number 10. I love Volk. I do not think he wins the belt back in either division. I don't think he's beating Islam. I don't think he's beating Sakarian. I don't think he's beating fucking Topuria. I don't think he's beating whoever's going to be champion in either of those two divisions. But I do think Volk can still beat pretty much everyone else at featherweight. I'm going to say, you know what? With the time that's passed since he lost to fucking Topuria, I actually believe in Volk coming back and schooling some contenders. I could see Volk going on like a Robert Whittaker little 3-fight win streak to get back to the belt. I could really see that happening. So I'm going to say that Volk still belongs in the top 10 pound for pound. I mean, this guy has 3 wins over Max Holloway. All right. Beat Yair Rodriguez by finish. Beat Brian Ortega dominantly. TKZ was ranked when he beat him. Very, very good title run from Volkanovski. The biggest wins there are the Holloway 3 wins, and he 50-45'd him in the last one, completely dominated him. Extremely competitive fight with Islam Makhachev, who is pound for pound number 1 on my list. I think you have to give Volk his fucking respects, and you have to put him at number 10. So 10 through 20, there you have it. Let's get into the rest of this list. Coming in at number 9, I can't help but notice that you didn't have Sergey Spivak on your list, Can I recommend, if I were to do a top 20, I'd put Marcin Tybura, Sergey Spivak, Curtis Blades. These guys would all be top 3. They're great fighters, and I'd love to fight them. Tom Aspinall, I'm going to put him at number 9. All right, because he has, Volk is on a losing streak. That's why he's below Aspinall. Obviously, all time, I would never, ever disrespect Volk like that. But now, 9 through 1, these are all guys coming off wins. These are all the best current fighters in the UFC, in my opinion, that have cleared out their division. They're dominating all-time greats. They're putting together insane resumes. That's what the top 9 through 1 is for me. I'm going to put Aspinall here at 9 because he's the interim champion, but he's cleared out the fucking division, dude. Volkov, Pavlovich, Curtis Blades, Sergey Spivak. Great fighters, man. He's beaten these guys, dude. So I think Tom Aspinall definitely deserves his credit, and he finished all of them. So that's very, very impressive. Tom Aspinall belongs in the top 10 pound for pound. I do not think he should be above actual current UFC champions, especially ones with title defenses. That's just me. Because it's fucking heavyweight, dude. Like people are like, oh my god, man, he beat Sergey Spivak. It's like, alright, dude, chill, bro. Chill, dude. It's heavyweight, but yeah, Tom Aspinall is very good. I'm going to put him at number 9. And coming in now at number 8 on the pound for pound list. Hey, one more thing, guys. Guys, I'm so happy to be in this video, guys. And guys, can you subscribe to my YouTube channel, guys? And my first video, 3 hours, guys, just training for Umar. Because he gonna fight with me. Alright, guys. I'm gonna put Umar, what's this kid's name? Merab Dvalishvili. I'm gonna put him at number 8 on the pound for pound list. He beat Sean O'Malley. I gotta give him fucking credit for that, dude. Yes, his fighting style is literally like one of the most annoying things to watch in human history. Yes, he fucking yaps his head off. Like the New Year's resolution post. I love that you guys are sending me these Instagram posts of Merab yapping. As if, I've trained him to become this character. I just speak the truth in a world full of lies. Merab is a yapper, but you have to give him credit, dude. Sean O'Malley, Piotr Yan, Henry Cejudo, Jose Aldo. All of these are ranked top-level, all-time contenders at bantamweight. Merab beat all of them pretty fucking clearly. You gotta give him props, dude. He's on a great run. Best win streak in bantamweight history, in my opinion. I don't believe he should be, where is he? Number 7 pound for pound? That's not too bad. I'm going to put him at number 8, though. I think he is the least skilled actual UFC champion right now. He's still really good. I think he's really effective, but I don't think he's the most skillful pound for pound UFC champion right now. I think he's the least skillful one. I think all of his ability comes from his cardio and his chin and his fucking blockhead. So I'm going to put Merab at number 8 on the pound for pound list. Let's move on now to number 7 on my list. Guys, I work so hard for this spot, guys. Don't put me next to Leon, guys. I work so hard for these guys. I'm gonna put Pantoja number 7, bro. This guy should not be next to Leon fucking Edwards, bro. Put some respect on this kid's name. Pantoja should be top 7, bro. I really wanted to put him top 5, but I genuinely just couldn't. I really wanted to be a fake hardcore and be like, dude, Pantoja is actually top 5, man. dude, Pantoja's top 3, bro. He's actually more skillful than all these guys. He is really fucking skillful. We have to be real here. Pantoja, if he was fighting actual names, I think he would be top 3 or top 4 or top 5. Because he is so fucking skillful. Underrated striking, extremely good Muay Thai. Take it from me. Great grappling. Finishes pretty much everyone in the division if he gets on their back. Active. Clearing out the division. Wins over Brandon Royval twice. Brandon Moreno twice. UFC champion. Alex Perez in like 3 minutes. Steve Erceg. This guy beat Bedtime MMA. This guy's beating YouTubers, man. This guy's beating everybody. Kaya Kasura, dude. I heard Kaya Sakura is really good, man. I haven't seen him fight before, but hey, Pantoja beat him. So I'm going to put Pantoja here at number 7. I'm going to give him his credit, give him his respect. And I could definitely see, and I do believe, by the end of 2025, Pantoja is going to be ranked top 5 pound for pound. I think some of the guys above him are going to lose some fights, and Pantoja is going to move up a little bit via the Marvin Vettori strategy of just waiting out the people above you to lose, and they just fall down below you in the rankings. Yair Rodriguez is another guy that's really good at that. I'm going to say Pantoja pulls a Yair Rodriguez in the pound for pound list. Let's move on now to number 6 on my pound for pound list, and this one hurts to say, but I'm just going to be real, dude. Bilal Muhammad, I'm going to put him at number 6 pound for pound. I think Leon Edwards is pretty overrated. He dominated Leon Edwards. He has a great resume, better than Leon Edwards, honestly. Great fighter. Bilal Muhammad, what a fighter this guy is. Great resume, what a fighter, but I don't think he's top 5. I'm sorry, I don't put him top 5. I can't do that to him. I'm going to put Bilal at 6, bro. Because, yeah, Leon Edwards dominated him, but Leon Edwards, in my opinion, was always overrated. But he is a good win. TKO Sean Brady, that's a very good win. 50-45's Gilbert Burns, that's a good win. Dominates Wonderboy Thompson. Beats Vicente Luque, avenges one of his losses. Bilal Muhammad, no doubt, is a top 6 UFC fighter. Like, he's one of the best champions in the UFC right now, based on his well-rounded skill set, fight IQ, game planning, the team that he has. I think Bilal Muhammad is a really, really high-level UFC fighter, really, really one of the best fighters in the UFC currently, but I can't actually put him in my top 5 pound for pound. I believe all the guys above him honestly deserve to be ranked above him, based on their, like, the guys that they've beaten and the run that they've been on. So shout out to my GOAT, Bilal Muhammad. I do want to see him climb into the top 5 this year. I hope that he does. I believe it's entirely possible, but I'm going to put him at number 6 on my pound for pound list. Now we get to the top 5. All right, dude. Now we get to my top 5, and coming in at number 5, listen, kid, John Jones. Dude, I know Dana White is like finding my fucking address as we, what's this kid's name? Bedtime MMA? Yeah, listen, we're shutting the kid down. We're as soon as he turns on that stream, we're shutting him down. You're going to federal fucking prison. Dana, listen, bro. John Jones should not be pound for pound number 1 or number 2, and not even fucking number 3, bro. You're the heavyweight champion. The interim champions cleared out the division better than you have. You've been inactive as fuck. Your best win is Cyril Gane 2 years ago. Stipe, who fucking retired. And then the only active UFC fucking ranked contenders you have wins over right now are Dominic Reyes and Anthony Smith. And by the way, you lost to Reyes and you couldn't finish Smith. And Smith just got finished and dominated by fucking Dominic Reyes. Who else finished Smith, bro? I swear someone... Oh, who the fuck was it? This guy got styled on by Roman Dolidze. Better than you did. What are you talking about, man? Listen, bro. John Jones is an all-time great. He's top 3 all-time UFC history. Arguably the best UFC fighter of all time. I do believe he's in the pound-for-pound top 5 based on his skills. Like, he is still extremely skillful. He is the heavyweight champion. He does have the best resume out of all the UFC champions right now in terms of his all-time legacy. Like, if you ask any UFC fan, who's the GOAT? It's John Jones. He belongs pound-for-pound top 5. I'm not saying he's not skillful, he's not good, or whatever, but I don't think that beating old man Stipe and Cyril Gane should put you in the top 3 pound-for-pound current day in the year of 2025. I'm sorry, I just don't believe that. So I'm going to put Jones relatively high. I'm going to give him his respect for what he's done in the sport, but I'm going to put him at number 5, dude. I'm not impressed by you beating old man Stipe and fucking Cyril Gane, dude. Cyril Gane is a good win, but it was like 2 years ago. And Volkov just beat him. So, yeah, I'm going to put John Jones at number 5. You can call me a hater, dude. I don't give a fuck, dude. Let's move on now to number 4 on my pound-for-pound list. Mate, I didn't say I'm better than John Jones, bro. I just said I'm higher than him on pound for pound, bro. Totally fucking different, mate, okay? There's a big misunderstanding, bro. Okay? I'm not saying I'm more skillful than John Jones. I just said I'm higher on the pound for pound list. Dricus du Plessis honestly deserves to be higher on the pound for pound list. I'm not gonna lie, bro. I love Bilal. You got, bro. I can't believe I have to preface this. I love Bilal Muhammad, bro. I've been the only Bilal Muhammad fan on MMA YouTube for like years. Like, people now fuck with Bilal Muhammad. I was glazing this guy when it wasn't cool to glaze him, okay? I think Dricus should be higher than him on the pound for pound list. I don't really get why Bilal is higher than Dricus on the pound for pound list. Dricus is on a huge win streak, undefeated in the UFC, and his last 3 wins are Sean Strickland, Israel Adesanya, Robert Whittaker. That is an all-time great resume, and that's his last 3 fights. And by the way, he finished 2 of them. This guy's fucking amazing, dude. I think Dricus du Plessis deserves to be top 4 pound for pound. I'm going to put him above John Jones. I don't give a fuck, dude. Beating Stipe and Gane or beating Strickland, Adesanya, Whittaker back to back to back and finishing 2 of them. You tell me what's more impressive in 2024. Dude, Dricus is pound for pound top 4, bro. Now we get to the top 3. All right, man. I'm going to put Alex Pereira at number 3. I know you guys think I'm a fucking Pereira hater. Do you guys not remember the Charmer chant jokes of me fanboying out meeting this guy? I literally met this guy and I couldn't say a word to him, dude. So don't ever get it twisted that I'm like a Pereira hater, bro. I just say it like it is. That big Ank is coming in 2025. But listen, bro. Alex Pereira deserves to be top 3 pound for pound. He's the most active UFC champion, defending his belt 3 times in 2024. Clearing out his division step by step. Fight Big Ank. Holy fuck. That's all I ask of you. But you got to give this guy credit, man. He beat Adesanya. He beat Prohaska. Beat Blachowicz. Beat Jamal Hill. Beat Khalil Roundtree. Very good resume at light heavyweight. Very good run. Active. Finishing these guys. Pause. Has some all-time wins over Blachowicz and Adesanya, even though a split decision against Blachowicz arguably was losing against Adesanya, right? Still, those are good wins. So I'm gonna say Pereira deserves to be top 3 based on his activity and what he's doing. But man, yeah, dude, I'm gonna put him at number 3, bro. I'm gonna put him at number 3, bro. All right. Now my 1 and 2, I feel like it's quite obvious who it is. Number 2, I'm gonna put Ilia Topuria. All right, man. This is what bro. These 2. All right, man. These 2. I'm just gonna say this, dude. Ilia Topuria and Islam Makhachev are the pound for pound most skillful, most well-rounded, most talented, most like all-time great level potential fighters in the UFC right now. Both of these guys have GOAT status potential. Ilia Topuria KOs prime Max Holloway, KOs Alexander Volkanovski, destroys contenders like Josh Emmett, Bryce Mitchell. This guy beat Ryan Hall, man. No, I'm just kidding. But listen, dude. Topuria KOing Volkan Holloway back-to-back. That is one of the most impressive. Honestly, the best back-to-back wins you could probably get in UFC history as a featherweight. Like what else could you top that with? You'd have to beat fucking DC and Jones back-to-back to top that, in my opinion. So I'm going to put Topuria at number 2 based on what he's done and where he's at and how he's doing it as well. It's not like he's going to fucking war with these guys. He's like KOing them bad, bro. Especially Max Holloway. That's extremely impressive, dude. But Islam Makhachev, this is the greatest UFC fighter in the world right now. This is the pound for pound best fighter in the UFC. The lightweight GOAT. The current GOAT of the UFC. Couple wins away from being the all-time greatest UFC fighter of all time. Islam Makhachev is pound for pound number 1. Bro, I know this guy hasn't won any fights in 2025, but trust me, man. He's the pound for pound GOAT, dude. Sarukian, Oliveira, Poirier, Hooker, Volk. Come on, man. That's too easy. I've got Islam at number 1. So my pound for pound top 20 for anybody that lost track over the way, raging out in the comments. I got Makhachev, Topuria, Pereira, DDP, Jones as my top 5. At 6 through 10, I've got Bilal, Pantoja, Merab, Aspinall, and Volk. And then 11 through 20, I've got Leon, Holloway, O'Malley, Chimaev, Sarkarian, Oliveira, Poirier, Strickland, Adesanya, and Usman at number 20. That is my top 20 pound for pound list. Let me know down below though. Who is your pound for pound top 20 right now in the UFC? I'm sure that the top comment is going to be, bro, really put JDM at number 1. Oh, bro, put Taco Tukos at number 2. That's a crazy pick. Good job, bedtime, putting Shamil Gaziev at number 1. We've heard it all before, yeah. Can we please get some new jokes in the comments? Let me know what you guys think of the video. Drop a like if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to the channel. Go follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Bedtime MMA. And yeah, guys, I will see you in the next video, man. Goodbye.